what Marcus Aurelius did every morning. Every morning Marcus Aurelius woke up and prepared for battle, not with armies, with himself. The emperor who ruled the world knew that the hardest empire to govern was the one inside his own mind. You wake up and check your phone. Marcus Aurelius woke up and prepared for war, not with armies, with himself. Every single morning, before governing the most powerful empire in human history, before making decisions that affected millions of lives, before facing the enemies, the politics, the plague, the grief, he sat down and wrote. Not orders, not strategy, a private conversation with himself about who he was going to be that day, the most powerful man alive. Had a morning routine, not a productivity hack, not a biohacking protocol, a deliberate daily practice of preparing his mind for the work of being human. And the record of that practice, his private journal, never meant to be published, is what we now call Meditations. One of the most important books ever written at dawn, for nobody but himself. Counterintuitive truth. Marcus Aurelius did not feel like getting up every morning. He wrote about it. He described the internal battle, the warmth of the bed, the pull toward comfort, the voice that said just a few more minutes. He felt everything you feel. And he got up anyway, not because motivation arrived, because he had a practice that did not depend on motivation to work. What you do in the first hour of your day is the most important decision you make, not because of productivity, because of identity. The morning is where you choose daily who you are going to be. Marcus Aurelius understood this 2,000 years ago, and the practice he built, simple, deliberate, available to anyone, is still the most effective morning discipline ever recorded. Before we look at what Marcus did, let's look honestly at what most people do. Because you cannot build a better morning without first seeing clearly what the current one is costing you. What most people do with their mornings, the cost nobody calculates. Hand their first thought to an algorithm. Within 30 seconds of waking, the average person checks their phone. They hand their first thought, their most valuable, most clear, most undistracted thought of the entire day, to an algorithm designed to keep them scrolling. That first thought belongs to you. It is the raw material of your day, and most people give it away before they are even fully awake. React instead of prepare. The reactive morning and snooze. Rush, grab coffee, check messages. Respond to everyone else's agenda before establishing your own. Produces a reactive day. The person who begins their day in reaction mode spends the entire day behind, responding to what arrives rather than pursuing what matters. The morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Most people set the wrong tone before they have even left their bedroom. Skip the most important conversation of the day. The conversation with yourself. The daily check-in. Who am I today? What do I value? What is actually important? That Marcus Aurelius conducted every single morning without exception. Most people go entire weeks without having this conversation. They know what everyone else needs from them. They have no idea what they need from themselves. The day passes. The week passes. The life passes. And the most important conversation never happened. Wait for motivation that never arrives. The morning that begins with waiting to feel ready, waiting for motivation, waiting for energy, waiting for the right state of mind before beginning, is the morning that never begins properly. Marcus Aurelius wrote about this directly. He did not wait to feel ready. He decided and then moved. The decision came first. The feeling came later. Sometimes much later. Sometimes not at all. It did not matter. The decision had already been made. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. Marcus Aurelius governed the Roman Empire from 161 to 180 AD, 20 years. Through plague that killed millions. Through wars on multiple frontiers simultaneously. Through the betrayal of his most trusted general. Through the death of multiple children. Through political corruption and constant pressure and the specific exhaustion of being responsible for everything all of the time. And every single morning, without exception, he sat down and wrote in his private journal before anything else. Was not writing for publication. He was not building a personal brand. He was having a conversation with himself about the most important questions a human being can ask. What kind of person am I going to be today? What do I actually control? What is worth my attention and what is not? What would a good person do in the situations I will face today? These were not abstract philosophical exercises. They were practical preparation for a demanding day. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. He also practiced what the Stoics called Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of adversity. Every morning he mentally prepared for difficulty, not as pessimism, as preparation. He would think through the difficult people he would encounter, the frustrations that would arise, the decisions that would be hard, by imagining them in advance, calmly, in the quiet of the morning, and he stripped them of their power to knock him off balance when they actually arrived. This is one of the most powerful and most underused practices in human history. Begin the morning by saying to yourself, I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, but I have seen that these offenders are of like nature to myself. 4 practices, taken directly from Meditations, available to you tomorrow morning. No equipment, no subscription, no perfect conditions required, just the decision to begin. 1. The pre-dawn conversation. Ask the right question first. Before checking your phone, before speaking to anyone, before the day has any claim on you, ask yourself one question. Marcus asked, what is the work of a human being today? Not what does my schedule say, not what do other people need from me. What is the actual work of being human today? That question, asked in the quiet before everything else arrives, orients the entire day around what actually matters. It takes 60 seconds, it costs nothing, and it changes the entire character of the day that follows. Because the day that begins with the right question produces fundamentally different results than the day that begins by reacting to everyone else's questions. Confine yourself to the present. The premeditation. Prepare for difficulty before it arrives. Every morning, Marcus thought through the difficult things that might happen that day. The difficult person, the frustrating situation, the decision that would cost him something, by imagining them in advance, in the calm of the morning. Before they actually arrived, he prepared his response, so that when they arrived, he was not reacting from surprise or emotion. He was responding from preparation. This practice takes 5 minutes. Think through, who will challenge me today? What will frustrate me? What decision will be hard? Imagine each one. Decide in advance how you will respond. Then when they arrive, and they will arrive, you have already made the decision. The hard moment finds you prepared rather than ambushed. Begin the morning by saying to yourself, I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful. 3. The identity check. Who are you today? Marcus wrote daily about who he was and who he was committed to being, not who Rome needed him to be, not who his generals expected, who he actually was, in his own values, his own commitments, his own understanding of what a good person looks like. This daily identity check kept him anchored to himself through every external pressure and every difficult circumstance. Write one sentence every morning, just one. Who am I today? Not what will I do, who am I? A person who keeps their word, a person who responds with patience, a person who does the work regardless of how they feel. One sentence. Every morning, it compounds over weeks and months into a character that does not drift because it is checked daily. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? 4. The decision. Move before you feel ready. Marcus wrote about the battle of getting out of bed with complete honesty. He felt the pull of comfort. He felt the resistance, and he moved anyway. Not because the feeling changed, because the decision had already been made the night before about who he was. And that person got up. Not the person who felt like getting up. The person he had decided to be. This is the most important practice of all. The morning is won or lost in the first decision. The decision to move before you feel like it. Every subsequent decision in the day is easier if the first one was made correctly. Every subsequent failure in the day is harder to recover from if the first one was given to comfort. Win the morning, win the day. It starts with one decision. Make it before the feeling arrives. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work. As a human being, Marcus Aurelius governed the most powerful empire in human history. He also struggled to get out of bed in the morning. He felt the pull of comfort. He felt the resistance. He felt the days when nothing seemed worth the effort. And every morning, for 20 years, he got up anyway, sat down, wrote, prepared, and then went to do the work of being human. Not because he felt like it, because he had a practice that did not depend on feeling. A practice built from 4 simple things: the right question, the premeditation, the identity check, and the decision to move before the feeling arrived. Tomorrow morning, you will face the same battle he faced. The same warmth of the bed, the same pull toward the phone, the same voice that says not yet, and you will have the same choice he had. Every single morning, for the rest of your life. What you do with that choice is who you become. Win the morning, win the day, start tomorrow. What is the first thing you do every morning? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone. Subscribe for Series 4, one video every week. See you next week.